Hello guys, I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Simon, a real estate agent in the state of Michigan. So I just finished my real estate exam and I thought, you know what, maybe I should share a video, especially if you are planning on taking your exam for the Michigan real estate exam. I'm gonna give you a couple tips of what you need to know. And the reason I'm really making this video is because I was in the same situation as you are on YouTube trying to find out like some resources of how can I pass this exam. And as you all know, it's really hard to kind of find like somebody to kind of give you those information unless you know somebody. So I did finish my exam, I passed, but I'm gonna give you a couple tips. I know a lot of people are gonna tell you, hey, you need sleep, you need to have a lot of water and all that BS. But what you really need to know is your information. So I have a lot of notes here, and I'm assuming since you are watching this video that you don't care of how long this video is, because you do want to listen to some of the things I actually wrote that were on the exam. And by the way, this is for 2020. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I don't know if they change it every year or not, but I'm going to tell you what I seen on the exam and what I did to study, okay? So first things first, what did I do to study? After I took the course, I took an online course. I'm not gonna lie, it was like the worst experience. It's called Real Estate U. That's the company that I went through. If you can go to a school, I would recommend you go doing it in a classroom environment. That's what I would recommend that you do it. Unless you're a busy guy like myself, you would just do online. Anyway, so I watched this guy. His name is Prep Agent. He's also on YouTube. And I am not gonna lie, I didn't sign up for any of his courses or anything like that, but I did attend a couple of the webinars for free, because every month he would have a free webinars. I believe it was like at the end of the month. I just happened to be, on YouTube, and I seen one of his webinars going live the next day, and I'm like, perfect. So I joined the webinar and I started watching his videos, and they helped a lot. Now, let's get to it. Let me get started in order. So the first things first that you need to know is you need to know what a shadow is, and you need to know what a picture is. So picture, shadows, remember there's personal property and there's real property, so you need to understand the difference. Like for example, a freestanding bookshelf is a shadow, a built-in or something that is attached is a picture. So you need to understand those. I did not see a lot of the meets and bounds, but I don't know. I mean, it might show up in your exam. In mine, it didn't. So anything recorded at the registry of deeds, you have to understand that they always need to be notarized, no matter what. Notarized, okay? Statute of fraud, the way you remember that is everything has to be written. Statute of limitation, you need to understand that has to do with duration, which is time. Excuse me, let me put my phone on silent. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, you need to know how many sections are there. Like in each section, there's 640 acres, and you have to know how many acres and how many square feet are there in 1 acre. The way I remembered it is like I know it's 43,560. So the way I remembered it is 4 ladies doing a 35 and a 60. That's how I remembered it, because it will be on your exam. I will guarantee it will be an exam. I did not see a lot of Riberian rates. I did not see any of that. I did not see any of the mechanic lien. I did see the license. License, it means like it's almost like an assessment when somebody gives you a temporary assessment over their property, like for a certain time. They will ask you. There's Sue that allowed her neighbor to park in the driveway for a couple weeks, but her neighbor's planning on selling the house. What should she give her? Should she give her a license, or it will give you those options, but license means temporary. Life estate will be on the exam. You need to understand what is special assessments. That's when the city does some stuff like a sewer or water. This will be on the exam. What else did I see on the exam? The math. There will be total of 8 questions. That's what I saw. I mean, everybody's math might be different, but there is formulas, and believe it or not, for me, they worked. And I was so shocked because the math is complicated. But if you really like, if you look into the math, it's very simple. You gotta have to like make sure it makes sense. If you know the formulas, you should be good. So here's a formula that you need to know for the math. The selling price, this is for Michigan, it's always divided by 500, then you multiply it by the tax rate, which is always a percentage. I know in mine, they gave me a 2.7. So they were like, this house sold in, this house was assessed. And you have to look for the words, you got to make sure, because if it says appraised or appraisal, it means you would have to divide it by half because that's Michigan is 50%. But if it says assessed, it's already divided. So you have to like be careful because they will trick you. They don't. So for me, it says assessed. So I already knew right away when they said $50,000 is assessed. Then I divided it by 500, then times the tax rate they gave me. In Michigan, it's 4.30. That's if you do it all together. That means the transfer tax for the county and the city and all that stuff. But they will give you a tax rate. So it's like the selling price divided by 500, then multiply it by whatever the rate they give you. And that's how I did mine.